This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. I'm out on location with Mile High Wine Tours, brand new for 2014. They have basically been the original and the best wine place around. We're talking about tours here in the city. I'm here with Philippe, who is the founder, owner. Let's start off, first of all, a little bit about yourself, Philippe. Share with me a little bit how you got involved in this type of industry.
Sure, absolutely. Well, originally I started doing charity events, and so that brought me into the wine, the champagne, the bar industry, and I learned how to negotiate and that sort of thing with bars and that sort of thing. So I was doing that actually in South Korea, of all places. I was doing charity events for orphanages and different things like that. And eventually, I got into I'm an avid traveler. I love traveling, and so I got into the tourism industry, and I knew that background of wineries, wine bars, champagne bars, and so it just kind of meshed together. I think the main thing that when I started the business was that not a lot of people know about wineries here in Denver. They know that there's breweries, they're everywhere, and so our mission really is to spread the word about them and to show everyone what great wineries we have here in Denver.
I mean, quite honestly, there's many ways we can experience this beautiful city of Denver, but what better way than with a glass of wine in your hand? Let's start off with wine. I mean, we're talking about something that's been around for centuries. Why do you think this continues to be one of a favorite adult beverages?
I believe it's because there's so much to learn about it. I mean, when I first started, compared to a lot of people, I knew very little about it. And it just amazes me how much there is to learn about it, how many varietals there are, and how you can use this as kind of a lifestyle to connect with other people, actually. So it's been a very interesting journey getting to know about wine. And I think that's what really draws people, how much you can learn about wine, I think, how much you can experience.
And it's a fun learning process at the same time.
It is.
I mean, this wine is something you can share with family, with friends. But like you said, this is kind of a wine tour is a place that you can get around other people that are kind of like the same way and make some new friends. Is that what you found as well?
I have, actually, and I think that's the primary thing with our business, to bring really a human level, a connection level to this industry, because it can be a little bit scary, it can be a little daunting to get, it was for me at least, to get into the wine industry and that sort of thing. But I think we bring a human level and a really a good connection with our guests, so I think that's huge.
We are here at one of your stops here, obviously a popular stop. How many stops do you usually go through on a typical tour?
Usually we do 2 or 3. We don't do more than 3 just because you're tasting about 25, 30, 40 wines, and so that could be quite a bit.
That's quite a bit. So we're talking about a few different locations. You get a good variety. Obviously some popular places. This is a popular one here. What are some other stops that you guys take along the way?
Sure. Besides Balustrade here, which is great, we visit Mile High Winery. We visit also, actually, one of your previous interviewees, Quarter 44, the Champagne Bar. It's a great place, yeah, as well as Bonaquisti and a few others. But we've really narrowed it down to a few handful wineries that are really the best in Denver.
Absolutely. Top wineries, quite an adventure you're giving for folks out there. Like you said, though, it's not only enjoyable, but it's an educational process. It's a way to expand your knowledge of wine. And are the folks here, are they pretty friendly when it comes to sharing with you the different tastes and everything to delight your palate?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here, especially here at the tasting room, the winemaker and everyone here basically takes you through the winemaking process, as well as every single detail of whatever wine you're tasting one by one. And here you're tasting about 20 wines. So it's quite the learning experience, and it's quite the tasting experience.
That is wonderful. Speaking of one of the things that a lot of people maybe don't even realize out there is the fact that Colorado, because of its climate, because of the conditions here, it's a great place to grow some grapes. Is that right?
That is correct. Not specifically in Denver, but in the western slope, the weather's a little bit more temperate, so you have a lot of grape growing. Most of these wineries, they're actually bringing grapes from the western slope and a little bit from California, but as far as the state, it is pretty temperate and it's pretty good for grape growing.
One of the main things here of Colorado that people love is we have over 300 days of sunshine. Are you able to create tours throughout the entire year?
Yes, we do create tours throughout the year, and actually, we've done tours in the middle of a snowstorm, and our guests are just having a ball, rolling through the snow and just having a blast. But that's again going back to just making it comfortable, and you're gonna have, as long as you're with the right people. When we talk the right people, I'm talking about incredible guides that really take you through the whole process. You're gonna be comfortable in any weather, and so even a snowstorm.
Absolutely. We've got to be ready for that here in Colorado. Obviously, you guys are going to a few key locations, top wineries. So this is something that doesn't take place on foot. We're talking about, do you provide the transportation in this tour?
Absolutely, yeah. So whether you're a local here from Colorado, whether you're a tourist, we'll pick you up from your hotel or home, and pick you up, take you to all these wineries. You'll have lunch included and everything, and then just safely take you back to your place.
I love that. So you're talking about no driving involved on my end. I'm able to come out, drink a little bit, have a good time. Although this is more than just drinking, like you said. We're talking about an assortment of cheese, maybe assortment of fruits, possibly some edibles on the road as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a lot of food pairings from fruit, cheeses, crackers, as well as an amazing a la carte gourmet Italian lunch that I've heard nothing but good things about this lunch, and so everything's included. If we do tour with one of the tours that we're doing now, which is Corridor 44, there's an assortment of desserts and that sort of thing. So it's the full package.
It's a full package. I mean, we're talking about, it's kind of like a cruise right here in Denver, because everything's inclusive. How many folks can actually come on a tour? Let's say I wanted to get together with a couple family members. Is there a maximum that you can handle?
We can handle anywhere from one guest. We don't have a minimum amount, but we all can also handle up to 25 guests.
Wonderful. So if a person wanted to come out just with a significant other, we could come on the town and try it out.
Absolutely, and those are some of the best tours, I'd say. Definitely very intimate, very comfortable.
I love that. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their contact information. First of all, you can book right there online. Check them out, see what's available, and you can book your tour there. If you need something real quick, maybe you want to surprise a loved one or something over the weekend, you probably want to give them a call or even text them. Somebody will be getting right back with you and setting up a tour for you. You can also take a look right there online. They show you some of the specials they might have coming up, always doing something throughout the year. Speaking of specials, you guys do like a First Friday special. Tell me what that's all about.
Well, again, with the mission of really spreading the word and making things a little bit more affordable, we decided to do a tour once a month that it's a little bit more affordable for people to just hop on one of our vehicles and take a tour of two wineries. Again, two of the best wineries in Denver, and yeah, so tour the place for a very affordable cost, which is $78. Yeah.
I love that. That is a great thing. Not only that, but I'm sure the person you get that for would be just totally thrilled about that. Let me ask you this: How does the public respond to this? Obviously, folks get started on a tour, maybe a little slow, but by the end, tell me, there's got to be some great smiles and great stories to go along.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing is that you're spending time with people for 3 to 6 hours, so you really get to make friends with people, and by the end of the tour, you're actually friends with them. I've had a lot of guests that I've still kept in touch with and are still friends of mine, and so it becomes really, I'd say the closest thing, it's a lifestyle social experience with wine tasting.
Wow. I mean, what time does a normal tour start, and what time does it usually get wrapped up at? How many hours should we allow for that?
Sure. Usually during the week, we have tours that start at 3 p.m. and end about 6 p.m. And during the weekends, they start at 11 a.m. and they wrap up around 2 or 4 p.m., depending on which tour they go on, 2 or 3 wineries.
So just like a great wine, the preparing of great wine, it's nice and slow, laid back, and so it's not really a rush situation.
Not at all, and that's one of those things. It's up to the guests, however long they want to really hang out and taste. There's no pressure, and again, it's very intimate, very, very brought down to a very human, connecting level.
Oh, well, what about those night owls out there that want to get out and tour?
Well, specifically the locals that get off of work a little bit later and that sort of thing. We're starting some new tours that start a little bit later, and so they're going to be starting around 6 p.m. And so those tours are going to include some of the best wineries in downtown Denver, as well as some night spots, depending on what occasion they're celebrating and that sort of thing. So that's going to be a new venture for us.
Kind of neat for you because of your love for travel. I mean, you're able to really, it's kind of a short little excursion tour, if you will, for people touring and traveling right here in our great city.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's been, they're very surprised to find wineries here, and they're very surprised to see how great quality wineries they are. And so it's a journey for them, and it's a journey for me to learn about everyone.
Wonderful. Last time viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is his contact information. Once again, this is a company that began brand new in 2014, really enlightening folks to some great wineries right here in our backyard of Denver, Colorado. That's Mile High Wine Tours, the best way to enjoy Denver and celebrate any special occasion. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Lakewood, Colorado. I'm here with Leatherman Restorations. Since 2001, they've been providing minor repairs with complete restorations for the folks here across Denver. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Michael, let's start a little bit about yourself. We're talking about a family-owned and operated company here. What got you guys involved in this type of industry?
I was actually my brother-in-law who was in the car restoration business, and we learned the trade from him and his father, and they've been doing that for 30 years in California.
Excellent. So this started out in California. Yeah. Now we're talking about here in Colorado. This is a team that basically whoever you talk to on the phone, these are the guys that are going to come out and do the job. Is that right?
That's correct. It's father, son, and owned and operated. We do all the work ourselves. We have no employees.
One of the things I notice is we have a lot of different materials that we choose to beautify our home. And but one of the ever more popular choices is that of leather. I mean, quite honestly, is this a choice that has stood the test of time? Why do you think that is?
Well, it's definitely more durable material. The structure of the fiber is obviously it comes from cows, and it's been used for hundreds of years from shoes to saddles to now furniture. So it's very durable. People like it for their pets because if they use fabric, it just gets ripped. Any other type of material, and it's hygienically they can clean it, and it's good for allergies.
One of the things is obviously, like you said, one of the reasons is durability. But just like everything, things get worn out. What are some of the factors and the causes why leather can get worn out that you've seen out there?
Well, the main reason is that the manufacturers put on a clear type of plastic material, and immediately from day one is a magnifier for UV rays. So we're obviously not a fan of using plastic materials, and most people don't realize that there is a natural hand of leather, how it's supposed to look, feel, and smell. They've come to accept what's at the store as normal, and that's not normal.
Interesting. So we're talking about over time, we can see some fading, we can see some wearing, even tears. Are these all areas that you guys are able to help with?
Absolutely, yeah, that's our specialty. Fading is a big factor. A lot of these mountain homes and homes in general have beautiful views that people want to enjoy as they're in their house, in their home, and that the UV rays are a big factor to the fading that we have.
Excellent. I mean, obviously, this really is a cost-effective way to keep your furniture. I mean, quite honestly, you've got this huge piece inside of your front room there. Instead of replacing an entire chair, we're talking about you can take one area and replace that as well. Is this help people when it comes to this type of economy we're living in?
Right. It's usually the restoration is about 50% of original cost. So you can leather furniture, a set can range from $3,000 to $10,000, And so when you look at the restoration process, it really does make sense.
Speaking of the process, we're talking about different types of leathers here. We're talking about a material that is organic. It requires special care. Share with me some of the steps here that are taken.
Sure. Well, like what my father was saying, there is a preparation involved because the oxidation and the plastic coatings that are put on at the tanneries, they will definitely turn hard and plasticky. And so what we have to do is prepare it and get that off with light sanding. And then once it's cleaned and prepared, we add a moisture gel, which is non-volatile. And that basically restores the leather and keeps it from deteriorating more, because it's basically an organic material, like you said. So you need to moisturize it with the right material so it preserves correctly. And then moving forward from there, we have a system that's with the primer. There's several different primers that we use depending on the type. And then we use a full color grade tannery system with pigment molecules that are more robust, more durable, and it's not going to fade this time around. It's going to stay a lot more durable with the environment that Denver has.
Excellent. I mean, obviously, regardless of the material we have in our homes, we all understand it's important to get them cleaned, upholstered, if you will. But what is conditioning? I mean, leather requires conditioning. What is that process?
Well, when we sit on our furniture, it's basically wearing it down every time it's being used. So conditioning does two things. It adds moisture content back to the leather so it stays soft and supple. And then also it has a clear, basically protectant in it, so it's fighting back from everyday use.
Excellent. Obviously, it begins with an evaluation. Basically, is this something we bring to you, or are you actually coming out to the home and taking care of that evaluation, and what takes place at the evaluation?
Well, the evaluation is we need to see what type of leather it is and see if it's sometimes people will wait till it's too late. So and then there's certain types of leather that they're just not good quality. Unfortunately, there's a lot of leather out there that's called bycast or something like that that's really not worth restoring. And so you can tell by when somebody calls or we go out there if they've had it for 8 to 10 years and it just has general wear and fading. And that's how we try to determine if it's something of good quality, the name brand and so forth. So we go and we show them what, typically we take a cushion off and show them what it used to look like, and people forget. It's like, wow. It's like seeing your kids, right. But the fading and everything and the wear, you don't realize how bad it's gotten.
I bet.
And so you have to kind of show them what the difference is, educate them on our process and how it works and what the difference will be, and that's pretty much it. We explain the process and wow. Give them a price, full estimate in writing.
Wonderful. So you're actually going out to the people's homes. All the more reason that you need a friendly, competent staff that comes into the home. Share with me some of the areas you're able to cover here throughout Denver.
Well, we enjoy working here in Denver, but we also in Summit County, Eagle County, okay. And Vail. We have advertising that goes out there, and we do travel. So pretty much the whole metro area and in the mountains.
Excellent. Obviously, the materials you guys use on each one of the jobs out there is very important, but it's more than just materials. We're talking about making sure you have guys that know how to put it on correctly. Is that something that takes place back here at the shop, or does that take place over there on location?
Well, sometimes if the cushions are removable, we'll bring them to the shop, but there is no employees, just Michael and I and my grandchildren. That's the whole company. So we can't trust. It's a detail-minded type of work.
Right.
And so you have to have a detail-minded personality to really do it right. And we really care about the customers. In fact, we treat them like a friend. I think that's a success, why we're successful, because everyone picks up on the fact that we really do the job like it was one of our best friends.
Excellent. We're talking about years and years of experience you guys have here. Why should people be out there wary to make sure that they have a professional treating their leather? I mean, there can be some risks, I imagine, if you get somebody who doesn't know what they're doing.
Well, yeah, the the color matching, and it's just it's something that takes years and years of experience. And unfortunately, we've had people call us, and they make it look worse, and
Right.
and the material will come off if it's not prepared right. And the whole key is the full process. There is no magic bullet out there, and you really have to do it right, and have the right products and obviously experience.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, you can take a look a little bit more about this team. Like he says, it's a family-owned and operated. They are in full control of the quality that comes into your home, as well as the staff. Take a look at the different services they provide out there. We're talking about different types of leathers out there, and there's different jobs. They basically can come in and restore it, be it a minor repair that's needed, or possibly an entire panel replacement. That can be done for you as well. But obviously, a pictures are worth 1,000 words. We've been showing you quite a few on the screen right now, but check out their website. You can see a lot of before and afters right there. You're going to be pretty amazed when they pull these cushions out and show you what it could have looked like before. And when we talk a lot about residential, obviously that's what I think of, but you guys have also went out there and take care of commercial accounts as well. We're talking about restaurants, offices. Is this something you provide?
Absolutely, we do a lot of work for doctors' offices, professional offices such as that, and the hotel industry. We've done several for even the ski lodge up in Vail, Cordillera Lodge up in Eagle County. So, but we've done. I mean, you want to tell them about Ritz-Carlton as well? We did 200 different sofas.
It's 100. There's 6 years ago, I got a phone call from the Ritz-Carlton up in Aspen. They said, "We've heard you have a natural way of protecting leather, and we don't want plastic." They said that. It's the first time I was substantiated for saying that. And so we gave him a demonstration and got the job, and that all went well. A year later, he wanted me to contact him, check on him. So his name was Rocky Black, the manager. And he says, "I knew you'd be calling. You're right on time like you always are." And he says, "Just got through yesterday going through all 53 rooms in the lobby, which was 100 pieces of furniture." He says, "We're glad we hired you. The product's working just like the way you said it would. We are excited. Call me next year," which I did, and the year after, and the year after, and so far it's doing real well.
Excellent. Obviously, you guys come in, you do the restoration. Is there anything we as consumers can do to do some minor touch-ups after you're gone?
Well, we give everybody a touch-up kit. So the color is enough color for any minor abrasions or anything that could happen, and so we offer that free, if no charge, to come back and doing touch-ups that may come up. So the color is left behind. In addition to that, we on the 1-year anniversary, we show you how to maintain it, and that's with the conditioner from our supplier, Advanced Leather, which is the best on the market. And so I always liken it to, if you have a brand new vehicle, you're going to treat it with the wax of that sort. So it's the same premise. It's going to have that protective first line of defense on your new restoration. So because everything is wearing as you use it, and you want to be able to keep it looking new, and moving forward, you have a good strategy.
Excellent. Last time, viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their contact information. Basically, just give them a call if you've got a piece of furniture that needs restored. You're not sure if you're getting ready to throw it out, or trying to figure out maybe if the quality is good enough to actually restore. Let the professionals come out. They're going to do an evaluation for you right there in your home, or residential, office, commercial, pretty much covering it all. Check it out also on Angie's List. Take a look at the reviews they have out there. They've also got a Facebook account out there. If you want to tap into that, you can see some of the restorations, some of the photos. They try to keep that posted, and also some of the reviews of people out there that have enjoyed their service. Once again, that is Leatherman Restorations, since 2001, locally owned and operated right here in Denver, Colorado. This is Gary Atencia with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know. hope we've enticed you to try something new this week. Until next time, if you know of a business who you feel the whole city should know about, nominate them, we'll send a reporter out. This is Gary Atencio from CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.